Alright. Hello, welcome back to the League of Legends Arena video here. So, today we have a pretty good game I was able to get with Maokai. And, starting with this sort of augment round, not the best luck originally here. I do go for stats on stats and get the HP. But before it ended, I was definitely trying to go for two sort of builds with Maokai. And unfortunately, there were still several builds I was not able to get that I really wanted to. However, Pyromancer Cloak is a build I was trying to go for, burn build on Maokai. I figured that'd be pretty good, and I was correct. So, as we progress through, I'll continue explaining, the picks and such, but that's all for now.
Oh my god. Fuck off. Can this motherfucker die? God damn.
Alright, so we have our first guest voting round here. I did decide to go for Rel. I mean, I don't know, Draven can be pretty good, but I just feel like, given that you need to get 3 wins in a row, to, make use of getting the free anvils, I mean, it is kind of hard to get consistently, right? So I figured just going for the Rel would be the best. Like I said, I did want to make this either like a curse game or a Pyromancer sort of build game. So I wanted to have the option available to me to go, have the best odds of getting Pyromancer Cloak.
Where do you think you're running to?
Never falter. Sa elasa tiri. Gaia
Take your vengeance!
Once hands, it is better to have purpose.
focus. Latvian only.
Fuck.
The round.
Okay, so we have our Prismatic item round here, and
Oh, awesome.
lo and behold, I do immediately get Pyromancer Cloak, regardless of getting the route. Which, to be fair, I mean, not having to hunt for it is nice, definitely. Now, the reason I actually typed what I did there is literally the game before I had gotten. We started off with like a Prismatic augment round, and I did this sort of chaos one, and it gave me 2 silver burn augments. But that was all the burn augments I got, and for the rest of the game, I just could not get Pyromancer Cloak. So like, I focused hard into that sort of build, and I could not get the cloak. And then this time around, I didn't get a sort of burn augment to start out, and then I get the cloak. So that's why I was like, what the fuck, right? Now we do have, obviously, our first purchase round here. And I figured, keep it sort of simple. I mean, when you're going for a burn build, right? I mean, you're going for pretty much the same items every time. It just depends on what order you go for them in. And I figured starting off with Sunfire was, I mean, the best sort of burn item for him.
Let's go.
Alright, so we do have a gold augment round here, and we do obviously get and pick Holy Fire. I mean, just generally speaking, the more burn augments, the better. But given that I am Maokai, I mean, with the passive I have, that is obviously a pretty good thing to get. generally speaking.
Fuck you, motherfucker. Burn. Let's go.
Alright, so we do have our second purchase round here. And I figured I'd just go for Leandry's. I mean, more HP, AP, like, once again, I mean, the items you go for when you're doing a burn build, I mean, there's only so many burn items. So it's more or less just going for the best down to the worst item for him.
Where are we going? That's one dead. There we go.
Team Scuttle won the round.
Fortune.
Alright, so we have our first Prismatic Anvil round here. And we get the Fortune Shard. Obviously, I go for the Fortune Shard. Always go for the Fortune Shard. It's good. And then, you know, I did have enough gold to purchase an item there. And I went for Black Fire Torch. Once again, just trying to go for the best items for him stat-wise that I can. I mean, you need as much burn sources as possible to really get, you know, as much value from Pyromancer Cloak. So, you know, I do gotta get every burn item, but, you know, getting stuff that actually helps, like, you know, AP or HP, is better than going for something like Hellfire Hatchet, which obviously I do get at some point, but I do get last.
Okay then.
Alright, so we do have another guest voting round here. Now, originally I was sort of unsure what to go for. I mean, personally, I think I would have preferred Scion for my vote, but my teammate did go for Mord, so I went with Mord. However, Scion did win. And why Scion is helpful, obviously, is the, you know, tighter the arena is, the more area of it my burns will cover. Now, this augment round didn't get a burn. However, I am Maokai. You know, the just CC machine, and I get slap around. So that's actually really helpful, because, I mean, the amount of AP I can just get within the round, like, obviously I start doing just tons and tons of damage on top of my burns. Alright, so we do have another purchase round here. And at this point, I do, you know, sell my sort of starting item and go for Malignants. I mean, there's only two sort of burnt items I can pick from at this point. It's better than a Hellfire Hatchet for Maokai.
Fuck you think you're doing, bitch? And that's one dead.
Never falter.
Yeah, go into my burns.
Alright, so we have our second Prismatic Anvil round here. And I did decide to go for Omnivamp Shard. Now, this was actually pretty interesting, because I did sell my boots, go for Hellfire,
What
and
the
then
fuck?
I immediately got another Omnivamp Shard. So going from 0 to 50%, Omnivamp is pretty crazy. Now, we did actually have a set out round there. I did try to get, you know, like Slow Cooker, or the, I forget what the ability one's called. But I tried to go for one of those. Obviously, did not get. I did go for Goliath, though, which is obviously still pretty
Hey
good.
guys, how's it going?
Begins.
Use of
The flames advance.
Oh my god. Hey buddy. Dude, the burns are so large.
Alright, so we do have another purchase round here, although obviously I have no more items to buy.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
just going for as many stat anvils as possible. Now, I would prefer getting as much
You
like
got a crazy
AP
build.
here. However, obviously, I that's not really happening.
We got
So,
this.
you know, I just chose the sort of best stats that I could, you know, going like ability haste and the resist, right? So, alright, so we do have our last sort of purchase round here. Now, I did decide this time around I would just really focus on the sort of resists. Originally, I did want to go for like ability power, but I was actually kind of concerned about fighting these guys, and I was pretty confident in my damage, so I did switch up my strategy in between the rounds there.
Well, if you don't want to fight me, I'll just kill your friend.
Oh, fuck! GG.
Holy.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.